All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Jason here, TCP SuperSystem. Did a couple videos today. This will be my second one at least. Again, this is what you see on the screen is the TCP SuperSystem, the trading system I developed over 2 to 3 years to identify opportunity zones, whether we're in an uptrend or downtrend in crypto and equity markets. So I'm going to show you something pretty cool tonight. I think we're about to get a signal here on Ondo, which is one of my favorite tokenization plays. And as a disclaimer, the system, the signals, the interpretations, they are not recommendations to buy or sell. They are not financial advice. I use this system to identify opportunity areas. Then I use my own logic and rationalization to make decisions. My decisions may not be suitable for you. Please consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. You are responsible for your own decision making. This is not financial advice. On the screen, you will see Ondo. This is a daily chart. And what we have, just while we're waiting on to see if something fires off here, is this is the main indicator. This is our standard deviation metrics up top, hot sensors at the bottom on a short term, medium term, long term time horizon. In an uptrend, you're going to see a series of diamonds, three shades. The darker the shade, the more historically opportunistic it's been in that opportunity zone to scale out, at least for us in our own portfolio. Vice versa on the downside or downtrends, highlighted by those red clouds, three shades of green diamonds. So right now, Ondo, what you're seeing, and this is a very typical, this yellow label is a confirmed uptrend. And you'll see we've gone from a red cloud and it just transitioned right there to a green cloud. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so you can see it right there. Now, what typically happens in these scenarios is you'll get a nice little pump up off that cloud top. You'll get a signal just like we did, kind of like right here. Pumped up through that red cloud, you got our signal. It retraces back to the cloud, then it moves again. So I would not be shocked to see, hopefully maybe here in just a minute, we may get our first level 1 light red diamond. And then probably most likely in the next day or two, we likely see this retrace back down here, maybe around the dollar mark to the top of this cloud. Of course, that cloud's going to move, but somewhere around $1 maybe. And then from there, based on the other signals, we would likely see a return higher, or it could go back down and penetrate lower again. Um, Most of the time in the past, of course, past performance doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the same future performance, but a lot of times this will retrace and then it resumes upward. That's historically the trend that we see. So we'll hang out here for just a minute and we'll see if we get a print here on a red diamond. Then we will take a look. And while we're waiting for that one, I'm going to go ahead and look at a couple others just to see where we are. Getting a nice little pump today. XRP fans, looks like we're getting a confirmed uptrend on the XRP token for you XRP Army folks. Cardano. All right, let's go back to Ondo. I won't wait here too long. I just want to see if it prints because I thought it'd be kind of neat for you to actually see it. And we will find out. Now, and I do think at the moment, I think my trading view alerts are based on the candle close. So if it prints the diamond, it could disappear here unless it's printing at the time of the close. Now, I think we're going to change that in TradingView to say just once per candle. So if it ever triggers during the candle, it'll stay there. That way it doesn't print and then disappear and reprint. So if this thing in the future, if we get a printed signal at all during the candle, it's going to stay. So because a lot of times your candle will move up, it'll print a signal, and then because it retraces in the same candle, that signal disappears, and we don't really want that. So we're going to change the way the setup is to make sure that anytime it prints, it remains. So that should be coming here in the coming weeks. We're going to change all the signals to be based on a triggering event and not the candle itself. So, and I will say Ondo is one that I hold specifically a pretty good position in for transparency. And yes, even though this may retrace and we may get a signal, I would not be selling this even if I know it's going to retrace, just because I think long term Ondo is going to be a special project for us. In the tokenization of securities. Let's see. We should get one any moment based on that price action. And what'll be interesting to see is if the coming days, if I'm correct, I'd likely expect to see somewhere around $1. How many people do you know give you their system for free? And it's one hell of a system. We'll see if it doesn't break that. It's probably going to be in probably the $1.11 and change, or whatever you want to call that, fractions of a penny, but probably a little bit over $1.11 and a half. I would expect to probably see something. Looks like we're trying to climb up here. We'll see. Just a little bit more. Get nice and zoomed in for you. $111.28. So we're probably pretty close here. Oh, and what do you know? There it is at $1.11.37. So that's our level one scale out opportunity. Of course, this is a very short term viewpoint. Again, in the coming days, because of that, I would expect to see a retracement back to the top of that cloud around $1, and then it most likely resume higher from there. Now, for those that may already know what this is, these are the hot sensors at the bottom. And the reason I think it'll retrace and then resume higher is typically these hot sensors go white, gray, blue, yellow, orange, red. Red typically being those areas like this where you peak out, and you see here we got level 1s, 2s, and level 3s with the red hot sensor. So that's how we kind of know we may be nearing a top on that uptrend. And same thing on the downside. So it's the same color scheme on the downside as well. So, and so you can see it already retraced just a little bit, so it disappeared. But you saw that. But going forward, what we're going to make this do is as soon as that thing prints, it's going to stay, regardless of that candle action by the time it closes. That way there's no confusion. But again, as of right now, those signals are based on candle close. So, so again, 111 on Ondo, looking pretty good. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Any cryptos or equities you want to see, put those in the comments, and I will try to get a video put out for those. And hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.